Happy evening, everybody.
Good evening,
Good evening, Father.
Good morning.
Father.
Good evening, Father.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Where are you from? Wherever you are. All the time zones. Greetings. With a smile, just type in where are you from. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Father.
Just type in where are you from. Yes. Let's get connected. 2 minutes. We'll begin soon. Yes. Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Kerala, Delhi, Gujarat, Australia, Gujarat, Kerala, UK, Saudi, Sri Lanka, Ireland, Alappuzha, Kerala. Welcome, everyone. Type in where are you from. At the same time, if you have some concerns, you can type in as well. Sri Lanka, Pathanamthitta, Delhi, Muscat, Mangalore, Elvisha, Montero. Yes, welcome. Sharjah, Hyderabad, Saudi, Please press on the like button if you like all this ministry by the health professionals. Let's see how many have pressed. Only 13 have pressed. Yes. Can see only 13 likes. 62 members there. Please share the link to others so that they join, remind your contacts, your friends, so that we can start soon. Yes, good evening, everyone. Mumbai, Martal, OBS. Shudhirian says, everyone, please press the like button. Yes. You need to subscribe. You need to send your messages here. That's for participant safety. We accept only subscriber messages. Thank you so much, Father, again giving a chance for us. Yeah. Angel, you're welcome. Good evening, Shanmuga. Good evening, Naima. This is our platform, says Adminaria. Yes. Hi. Come on with a smile. Yes. So let's begin without much delay. Hope everybody will join. We'll give you 1 minute. If you need to grab another instrument, if you have another instrument, please grab so that you can keep one safe to look at the screen and listen to me. At the same time, you can interact with the other instrument, but then see that the second instrument is muted. No voice. I'm giving 1 minute also to grab some juice or snacks, whichever you want in between to enjoy the learning. Okay. Yes. Please, friends. Yes. Manjushabi says, please, friends, first like our live session. We are learned so many things from this live session. Thank you so much, Father. You're welcome. Yes. Which our platform be active, say Sayomi. Thank you, Sayomi. Yes. Yes, Donna Joseph sends lots of smiles, likes. Yeah, but you need to press the like button over there. Okay. Yes, Jocelyn, please like, share, subscribe. Jocelyn says, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Share this particular link to maximum number of people. Today we'll be looking into a very different approach. Maybe this segment 5 sessions we have 4 different approaches. We will have one more special approach for those who find difficult to have the competency in listening. Okay, this is a different approach which I have now never dealt with so far. Yes. That means Sabari Lakshmi says, please like and share. Hope you have grabbed your juice, snacks. Yeah. Yes. So we'll have 1 minute silent prayer. Yeah, once again, good evening and welcome to EduSkills OET MEDIC. Our mission is to make you fall in love with OET with different strategies, tips, and methods. Let's fall in love with the learning process. If you're watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like our work, our ministry, and please share to your contacts so that we reach out to maximum number of OET aspirants, especially those who are financially struggling to crack OET. This is a platform of the medical health professionals, by the health professionals, for the health professionals. It's absolutely free. We don't charge for any of our services. Today we have listening part A again. It's a segment that we are going on. Last 4 or 5 lives we had on this. And today we'll be having a entirely different segment of practice. And be ready with a paper, notebook, and pen. And if you have a additional instrument, keep it ready so that we practice well. Okay. Yes. Are you all ready? Please give me a thumbs up at the chat box if you're ready. We can, if I'm audible and visible.
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
Father.
Yes, Father.
At YouTube, please give me a response. If you are ready and everything going good, Naomi give me first thumbs up. Great. Send some smiles. Okay. I can't see your smiles. Those are at YouTube. Yes. Fast. Yeah. Yeah. Let me share my screen. You'll have to tell me whether you can see my screen. Yes. Is the screen visible at YouTube? Please. It'll take a couple of seconds to reach YouTube. Yes. Reaching, yeah. So OET listening subsized. EduSkills OET made easy.
Watching ready?
Please mute at YouTube. Please mute. Yes, OET 2.0 sample 4 extract 2. Vincent Sykes. This second extract. We had the first extract in the previous session. Thank you, OET, for allowing me to use this material for teaching purpose. Listening part A, key skills. So step 1, listen to the context. This is very, very important. You can listen to the context at the same time. Earlier, you can read it in the question booklet. Okay, listening for what you have to listen, who is speaking, which health professional. Okay, so that you know what are the terms they will use, probably what symptoms they'll speak about, what medicines they'll speak about. If you say pediatrician or gastroenterologist or whatever the specialty, oncologist. Then to whom is he speaking? The patient. Okay, patient's name. Just read and listen to these things. These are very important. And third is type of question will be mentioned. This gap fill and nature of the answer. Don't paraphrase and write the correct spelling. Write the correct spelling. And there is a misgiving. Some spelling mistakes are allowed in listening. That's a very big mistake that you have. Maybe sometimes it's allowed because that should not change the meaning as well as the pronunciation of the word, which means if there are two letters, if you miss one letter, they might consider. But with the common professions and medical terms, medicine names, and names of conditions, if you make a mistake, you will not score. So don't paraphrase and write the answer as you listen exactly from the audio. Okay, now you see extract 2, question 13 to 24, context. What is the context? You hear a consultant, gastroenterologist talking. So, health professional designation, who is he? And patient's name is given, mention Shikes here. Then you have gap fill type of question, a word or a short phrase to be written. That you hear a word or a short phrase that you hear, which means don't put in from your hand, but what you hear exactly. Don't paraphrase and correct spelling. These are the 4 things mentioned in the context. Okay, now in the beginning you have to do the test under exam conditions. But to save life, I am going to teach you a new strategy where we'll practice the 30 golden seconds. Very, very important. You have to practice well. This you can take a lot of materials and practice only this step, how to highlight the words, indicating clue words before and after the gap, as well as the observe the side headings. Very, very important. Okay, so we are skipping this, then we'll come back to this. Focus on side headings in the question booklet. Okay, symptoms. There are 3 side headings in this particular question booklet: symptoms, background, medical history. So first thing you have to observe that when symptoms, most of the answers will be symptoms. Under background, what happens, medical history, medical condition or medicine name. So focus on the questions asked by the health professional. As you listen, focus on the questions. That's very important.
It's not audible, Father.
Not audible?
No, it's audible.
It's audible.
Audible, Father.
Maybe network issue, ma? Yeah. Yes. At YouTube, please let me know if it's audible.
Father, it's audible, but the YouTube voice is we can hear also, Father.
Most of the answers will be symptoms. Under background, what happened, medical history, medical condition.
It's overlapping, Father.
So focus on the questions. That someone has kept the other second instrument not muted. Please mute it. At Zoom, please mute your second instrument. Reduce the sound. Reduce the full sound. Okay. Yeah, that's why it's from your side. You have kept your audio on and your instrument is giving the sound. Okay, cool. Now we have understood. Cool. Okay, focus on the questions asked by the health professional in the audio. Okay, then you will know what to expect as answer. Context, gastroenterologist, and side headings in the booklet and questions in the audio. These both are important. First, as you go through, that's 30 golden seconds, you will look into the side headings and that will be in your mind and the questions will be connected to those side headings. See, symptoms was the first side heading and the questions, first 4 questions are connected to symptoms. First one is, could you tell me a little bit about your symptoms that you have noticed? So what will be the answers? Just type in the chat box as well. What will be the answer?
Symptoms.
Symptoms, yeah. You have to just listen for the symptoms. Most of the symptoms will be the answers. And under this side heading, all symptoms, only symptoms will be the answer, nothing else. So you need not listen to everything. Okay, just listen for the symptoms. And once you are competent, particular, they have some issue with their stomach or something like that, then normally these will be the symptoms. So you already know the symptoms. Then second one, and what about your bowel habits? Any change there? So what is bowel habits? Okay. then what comes under that? You are sure as a medical professional. And have you noticed anything else? Any other symptom? Again, some more symptoms. Then have you been experiencing any pain anywhere? So they'll speak somewhere, some pain. And how does he feel? Okay. So these are things you have to listen to. Let's try. Listen. Now you don't have the questions here. I am teaching a new method. Have your book, notebook, and pen, or if you have a second instrument, type in the chat box. What are the symptoms? Don't worry about the questions. Just write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 symptoms. One line, one symptom, second line, third line, fourth line. All the symptoms, what is being spoken by the patient in this particular audio. Okay. First part of the audio I'll be playing. Okay. You have your pen ready? Or in the second instrument, you can type in here as well. Yes. Symptoms, ready for the symptoms. And you see the first question will tell you to listen to that. And 4 questions will be on the symptoms. If you can't hear, just let me know. If you can hear, don't worry. If you can't hear, let me know. Okay, in the chat box.
Now, looking at your notes, Mr. Sykes, I see you've been having a few problems recently. Could you tell me a little about what's been happening, your symptoms that you've noticed?
Well, there's several things, really. I've always been on the large side, but my clothes have felt looser recently because I lost a bit of weight. I mean, I haven't been trying or anything. I suppose it's not surprising because I'm not eating as much at the moment. And these days when I am eating, I seem to get full so quickly, before I'm even halfway finished. Actually, getting the food down is hard sometimes too. I just can't... Well, you know, I often feel like I'm choking, to be honest.
Oh, I see. What about your bowel habits? Any change there?
Yeah, sometimes I have to rush to the loo.
Right.
My poos are much lighter colour than it used to be. It's watery too, you know what I mean? My stomach sometimes feels really, well, gassy is the only way to describe it.
Right, I see. And have you noticed anything else?
Well, you'll have noticed the whites of my eyes. They're looking sort of light yellow, and my skin does a bit too. It's also really itchy these days too. It drives me mad. I'm incredibly tired a lot of the time too. Just feel shattered.
Oh, I see. And have you been experiencing any pain anywhere, in your joints, for example?
Oh, my joints feel okay. But there's definitely a pain here, around my stomach.
Right.
And going round there to my back. It usually hurts much more when I'm lying down. It's really hard dropping off to sleep some nights. When I first got it, I'd taken antacid because it felt similar to heartburn, you know? But it didn't seem to help, so I stopped doing that. I should have changed my diet, really, I suppose, but till recently I'd always loved my food, especially the high-fat stuff. I was never one for sugary things, though. I've not got a sweet tooth.
Right. And...
Yeah, you're getting most of the answers. Okay, you have choking, gassy, stomach pain, itchy, watery. Okay, lying down, eyes yellow. Okay, lose weight. Okay, listen one more time so that if you have missed something, you can get it. Okay, I'm going to replay it. Listen to the symptoms. You have got most of it is. So sorry.
Now, looking at your notes, Mr. Sykes, I see you've been having a few problems recently. Could you tell me a little about what's been happening, your symptoms that you've noticed?
Well, there's several things, really. I've always been on the large side, but my clothes have felt looser recently because I lost a bit of weight. I mean, I haven't been trying or anything. I suppose it's not surprising because I'm not eating as much at the moment. And these days when I am eating, I seem to get full so quickly, before I'm even halfway finished. Actually, getting the food down is hard sometimes too. I just can't... Well, you know, I often feel like I'm choking, to be honest.
Oh, I see. What about your bowel habits? Any change there?
Yeah, sometimes I have to rush to the loo.
Right.
My poos are much lighter colour than it used to be. It's watery too, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And my stomach sometimes feels really, well, gassy is the only way to describe it.
Right, I see. And have you noticed anything else?
Well, you'll have noticed the whites of my eyes. They're looking sort of light yellow, and my skin does a bit too. It's also really itchy these days too, it drives me mad.
Mm.
I'm incredibly tired a lot of the time too. Just feel shattered.
Oh, I see. And have you been experiencing any pain anywhere, in your joints, for example?
Oh, my joints feel okay, but there's definitely a pain here, around my stomach.
Right.
And going round there to my back.
Mm-hmm.
It usually hurts much more when I'm lying down. It's really hard dropping off to sleep some nights. When I first got it, I'd taken antacid because it felt similar to heartburn, you know?
Mm.
But it didn't seem to help, so I stopped doing that. I should have changed my diet, really, I suppose, but till recently I'd always loved my food, especially the high-fat stuff. I was never one for sugary things, though. I've not got a sweet tooth.
Right. And how's...
Okay, so this is how you have to practice. Sometimes if you don't find competency, don't worry about the other things. Just write down the questions. Maybe just once you listen in the exam or exam conditions, you couldn't test. But during that first listening, write down the questions in short. You can write down what did they ask. They can just symptoms question mark. Okay, first question, symptoms question mark. Because as you listen to, you have to write fast. Then bowel habits, number 2. Then try to identify symptoms and all those things as an answer to the question. That will be giving you another strategy where you can gain competency if you find out challenging otherwise. So you see, so the answers are like, these are the questions. Now answers are this. See, 13th question is full, choking, worry, gassy, itchy, lying down, heartburn. Okay. So maybe you haven't seen the questions. We'll go back to the questions and find. Okay. Yes. Let's check. Okay. You know, we haven't done the highlighting of it. Could you tell me what are the important things here to be highlighted under symptoms? Symptom is very, very important. You have to.
Stomach feels.
Yeah,
Feels.
stomach feels. Yeah, stomach feels.
Sensation.
Sensation. Yeah, some sensation while swallowing. Yeah, some sensation while swallowing.
Pain and
Pain and you have seen in every question listening here, you have one used with the conjunction. Either they will ask pain and, or they will ask both, one or two. The important thing that is highlighted. Please mute your audio of the second instrument. Those are using YouTube at Zoom. There are some newcomers who are not familiar. Those who are not familiar, don't use YouTube as well, okay, in the Zoom, because that will reflect. Okay, just keep muted, that's all. Reduce the sound to 0. Okay, then stomach described as. You have seen in all of the questions, you have seen this way, described as something. Yeah.
Described as.
skin feels.
Skin feels.
Yeah, his skin feels, yes. Then
When
pain is worse.
When he is
Worse.
lying down.
Yeah, worse when he is, yeah.
Worse.
Then he describes pain as feeling light. Pain describes pain
Describes
as
pain.
again, you see, same as 16th question. Then background, that is important.
Always
Like.
Yeah, liked some sort of food. Yes. Yes. Then
Employed.
employed. Yeah, employed. Where was he employed? Yes. Then
Medical history.
medical history.
Medical history.
Medical history is important.
Infection. 2 years.
Infection, infection 2 years ago. Yes. Then last
Diagnosis.
year, you see, 2 years ago, last year, diagnosed with, yeah, some condition. Yes.
Again diagnosed.
Again
Diagnosis against condition.
Last month.
Yeah. You know, all these 3 will be names of some Condition.
This is
Yeah.
condition.
Yes. And here, 2 years. Then
2
you
years
have, when
ago.
you listen, then you can listen to that time. Last year,
Last
2
year.
years ago, 1 year ago,
Last month.
then 6 months ago. See the timeline also, you can listen to last month.
Last
You can
month.
see that sequence, the sequential expression, time expressions, 2 years, last year, 6 months ago, last month. So as you listen, that will also assist you. This you have to do and become very competent, then listening becomes very focused. Okay? So let's maybe listen to the highlight thing is here. Listen now, the whole thing. I have done only with the symptoms part, the new strategy. This particular parts you can do by yourself. Now we will listen and answer, okay? Write in your answers or write in the chat box.
Now, looking at your notes, Mr. Sykes, I see you've been having a few problems recently. Could you tell me a little about what's been happening, your symptoms that you've noticed?
Well, there's several things, really. I've always been on the large side, but my clothes have felt looser recently because I lost a bit of weight. I mean, I haven't been trying or anything. I suppose it's not surprising because I'm not eating as much at the moment. And these days when I am eating, I seem to get full so quickly, before I'm even halfway finished. Actually, getting the food down is hard sometimes too. I just can't... Well, I often feel like I'm choking, to be honest.
Oh, I see. What about your bowel habits? Any change there?
Yeah, sometimes I have to rush to the loo.
Right.
My poos are much lighter colour than it used to be. It's watery too, you know what I mean? My stomach sometimes feels really, gassy is the only way to describe it.
Right, I see. And have you noticed anything else?
Well, you'll have noticed the whites of my eyes. They're looking sort of light yellow, and my skin does a bit too. It's also really itchy these days too, it drives me mad. I'm incredibly tired a lot of the time too. Just feel shattered.
Oh, I see. And have you been experiencing any pain anywhere, in your joints, for example?
Oh, my joints feel okay, but there's definitely a pain here, around my stomach,
Right.
and going round there to my back. It usually hurts much more when I'm lying down. It's really hard dropping off to sleep some nights. When I first got it, I'd taken antacid because it felt similar to heartburn, but it didn't seem to help, so I stopped doing that. I should have changed my diet, really, I suppose, but till recently I'd always loved my food, especially the high-fat stuff. I was never one for sugary things, though. I've not got a sweet tooth.
Right. And how's everything affecting your life generally? Let me explain. Your work as a...
Well, I'm retired now, actually.
Oh, right.
Most of my working life, about 30 years of it, was spent in a paint factory. I was a senior colour technician. It was interesting, but a lot was resting on my shoulders, really. And, the responsibility got me down. Things got pretty stressful sometimes.
I can imagine. And do you smoke or drink?
Well, I used to smoke. Quite a lot, really, looking back. About 20 a day.
Right.
But I gave up when I stopped work a couple of years ago. But I still like a drink. Not a lot, but I do enjoy a few beers at the weekend,
Well, it's good that you've stopped smoking. Were you having health problems when you decided to give up?
Well, everything seemed to start going wrong a couple of years ago when I got a hepatitis B infection.
Oh.
And I decided the cigarettes weren't helping that. And then not long after, about a year ago, they told me I got gallstones. That was pretty awful.
Oh, yes, it must have been. And how have you been since then?
Well, not brilliant, really. I got a blood clot about 6 months ago, in my calf. And they put me on warfarin, for that.
Yes.
And then last month, on top of everything, they told me I developed diabetes too. That was a bit of a surprise, to tell you the truth. I really hadn't seen that one coming.
No. Well, I can see that you've been through the mill this last year or so, one way or another. OK, what I'd like to do now is to get...
Is it done?
Yes, Father.
Yeah,
Father.
Yes,
And In between, power failed here, so I got this time. Okay, cool. These are the answers. Just check out. See, just symptoms. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 answers. Just the symptoms. Then background, 2 answers about food and about employment. Then medical history, you have 3 conditions. Even if you write diabetes 2, TWO, spell it out, or just write diabetes and digit 2, both are right. So cool, so easy. Do you feel like smiling at them? Okay. Right. Yes. How do you feel? Did you make any mistakes? You can type in the number of the question which you made a mistake, maybe spelling mistake or some other mistake. Okay. Something like I said, gallstones. If you write GAL, we miss 1 L, that 23 answer. They might consider it right, but then don't try for spelling mistakes. Always it is risky. Okay, 11 out of 11 on 12, great. Yeah, you can just post your score so that I know how far you could do. Yes. Oh, 12 on 12. Great. 17 and 23 mistakes. 17 is itchy and 23 gallstones. Okay. 17, 18. 17 and 18 mistakes lying down. Okay, don't worry. As you go on competent, to become competent, keep a diary of symptoms of each condition. You know, when they explain one condition, take the symptoms, background, medical history, keep a diary for these things so that you have connected with each the condition. You have the symptoms and medications and medicines used and the conditions that are connected. Okay. Yeah. 11 on 12, 8 on 12. Yeah, some of you will be beginners. Don't worry about the low score. We are not bothered about the score. It's cool. Yeah, 23, 17, 20, and 21 missed. That's cool. No, don't worry. This will be cool after some practice. However, whatever you listen to the sessions, you need to practice. Practice as per the steps being taught. Okay. That's the best way to gain competency. This is one of the ways you might find it easy. Just write down the questions, then listen. Maybe initially, as you go with the exam conditions, you can just write down. Then don't look at the key. Don't look at the answer key. As I said previously, I said, look at the answer key and verify answers. Just listen, write down the answers next time. Primarily write down the questions in short. Then next time, write all the symptoms, write all the symptoms, whether they are answers or not. Then you will realize when you look at the key, most of those symptoms mentioned were the answers. Then about background, what they can ask about food, about job, employment, some disability, daily activities, all those things. Once you do some 10 materials, you have every knowledge about everything about background, what they can speak about. Then medical history, definitely that will speak about medical conditions and names of medicines. Okay. Oh, most of you have 11, yes. Good evening, yes. Good evening, Asia, and good evening, everyone. Yes. Yes, are you going good? Yeah, let there be some likes. Only 88 likes out of 307 people attending. Okay. Yes. So, this step, focus the words as in the 30 seconds, you have to focus on the words before and after the gap in the question booklet. Then listen and write the answers. Then refer the answer key, identify mistakes. Here I made a change and told you. So these are the answers. Already I have shown you. Now again, when you practice, try to listen with the answers. Write down the answers in the question booklet and listen again. Then you will see the connectivity. Since we don't have much time here, we will not listen again. Listen again with these answers. Already now you have the answers in the gaps. Try to listen with the answers. Okay. Then let's go to the next. Yeah. Next is focus on the questions. Keeps you on track. Yeah. Listening for questions. These are the questions. By the health professionals, could you tell me a little about what's been happening, your symptoms that you have noticed? So you can, as you listen to and the first practice, as you listen first time to the audio, you can just write in short. You may not be able to copy the whole question, so just write symptoms question mark. For question number 1, symptoms question mark. That also helps you multitasking, writing, reading the question booklet, and listening. 3 tasks together. And the second question, what about your bowel habits? Any change there? What are the bowel habits? And have you noticed anything else, any other symptoms? Have you been experiencing any pain anywhere? Till here, it is about symptoms. Under the symptoms, then you have only next background. Then they shift with how is everything affecting your life generally, your food habits, your employment, your daily activities, all those things will appear here. And do you smoke or drink? Okay. Were you having health problems when you decided to give up smoking? Yes. And how have you been since then? Those are the 8 questions. Okay. So you have to listen to the side heading, symptoms. You have to read the side heading from the booklet, keep it in your mind, then listen to the questions from the audio. On this particular side heading, you have, this side heading is in the question booklet. You have 4 questions. About background, you have 2 questions. About medical history, you have 1, 2 questions. That's the beauty of it. Okay. Now you see symptoms. Full, choking, watery. Okay. Then bowel habits, gassy. And notice anything else? Itchy. Pain while lying down. Under symptoms. Okay. See, full, choking, watery, gassy, itchy, lying down, heartburn. These are the symptoms, answers coming under symptoms, side headings. Yeah. Then background, you have, see, high fat foods, pain factory. Then you have smoke or drink. Yes. Medical history, you have hepatitis B, gallstones, then diabetes 2. See, these are the medical condition names. 3 names of the medical condition. In the first session, if you remember, I told you the names, what are the things you have to listen for. I'm not repeating them here. Now what you have to do, go to the script, listen to the audio, read the script, highlight the strategies or answers, do all the 3 things together. This is going to be a very big challenge for many of you. You may not understand, you will ignore it, but in the examination hall, you simply get confused, you get stuck. Some of you are not able to do it at all. Why? Because you are never accustomed to this. When you listen, you listen. When you read, you read. When you write, you write. But here you have to listen to the audio at the same time. Keep reading the question to get the answers. At the same time, write the answers. So multitasking. Now let's try once listening to it fast.
Now, looking at your notes, Mr. Sykes, I see you've been having a few problems recently. Could you tell me a little about what's been happening, your symptoms that you've noticed?
Well, there's several things, really. I've always been on the large side, but my clothes have felt looser recently because I lost a bit of weight. I mean, I haven't been trying or anything. I suppose it's not surprising because I'm not eating as much at the moment. And these days when I am eating, I seem to get full so quickly, before I'm even halfway finished. Actually, getting the food down is hard sometimes too. I just can't... Well, I often feel like I'm choking, to be honest.
Oh, I see. What about your bowel habits? Any change there?
Yeah. Sometimes I have to rush to the loo.
Right.
My poos are much lighter colour than it used to be. It's watery too, you know what I mean? My stomach sometimes feels really, gassy is the only way to describe it.
Right, I see. 'And have you noticed anything else?
Okay, now, here you have some words called, sometimes I have to rush to the loo. Loo means, what is a toilet, washroom. So such new words you'll have to write down in your diary. And my poo, all those things you have to write down. Otherwise, you may not understand it, what they are speaking about. Okay, going to the next. Yeah, I'll try to begin from there. And have you noticed anything else? Let me check.
My joints feel because it felt similar to heartburn, but it didn't seem to help, so I stopped doing that. I should have changed my diet, really, I suppose, but till recently I'd always loved I've not got a sweet tooth.
Right. And how's everything affecting your life generally? Let me explain. Your work as...
Well, I'm retired.
I'll start again.
Well, you'll have noticed the whites of my eyes.
Yeah.
They're looking sort of light yellow, and my skin does a bit too. It's also really itchy these days too. It drives me mad. I'm incredibly tired a lot of the time too. Just feel shattered.
Oh,
Next
I see.
question.
And have you been experiencing any pain anywhere, in your joints, for example?
Oh, my joints feel okay, but there's definitely a pain here, around my stomach,
Right.
and going round there to my back. It usually hurts much more when I'm lying down. It's really hard dropping off to sleep some nights. When I first got it, I'd taken antacid because it felt similar to heartburn, but it didn't seem to help, so I stopped doing that. I should have changed my diet, really, I suppose, but till recently I'd always loved my food, especially the high-fat stuff. I was never one for sugary things, though. I've not got a sweet tooth.
Right. And how's everything affecting your life generally? Let me explain. Your work as...
Well, I'm retired now, actually.
Oh, right.
Most of my working life, about 30 years of it, was spent in a paint factory. I was a senior colour technician. It was interesting, but a lot was resting on my shoulders, really. And, the responsibility got me down. Things got pretty stressful sometimes.
Okay, next. Yeah.
Well, you'll have noticed the whites of my eyes. They're looking sort of light yellow.
Sorry. This one. Yes, here you are.
I can imagine. And do you smoke or drink?
Well, I used to smoke. Quite a lot, really, looking back. About 20 a day.
Right.
But I gave up when I stopped work a couple of years ago. But I still like a drink. Not a lot, but I do enjoy a few beers at the weekend,
Well, it's good that you've stopped smoking. Were you having health problems when you decided to give up?
Well, everything seemed to start going wrong a couple of years ago when I got a hepatitis B infection.
Oh.
And I decided the cigarettes weren't helping that. And then not long after, about a year ago, they told me I got gallstones. That was pretty awful.
Oh, yes, it must have been. And how have you been since then?
Well, not brilliant, really. I got a blood clot about 6 months ago, in my calf. And they put me on warfarin, for that.
Yes.
And then last month, on top of everything, they told me I developed diabetes too. That was a bit of a surprise, to tell you the truth. I really hadn't seen that one coming.
No. Well, I can see that you've been through the mill this last year or so, one way or another. OK, what I'd like to do now is to get a couple of tests ordered.
Yeah, that's great. You see, first one I have highlighted here, because for this question, from the booklet, as you have noticed, under 30 golden minutes, there are no answers asked from this particular question. And do you smoke or drink? Actually, in the booklet, answers are given there. 2 lines are given, but no gaps over there, so that you can relax there and breathe in and breathe out and enjoy looking around how others are struggling and come back with your relaxation during that time. Then you have the next question, and it goes on like that. These are the questions, I can imagine. Well, you see, yes, it must have been, or it's good that you have stopped smoking. These are the responses that you have to exactly use in your speaking subtest. These are the questions you need to ask in the types of questions that you need to ask in the speaking subtest. So listening, if you're competent in listening A, you are going to be competent in speaking subtest as well. Exactly these types of consultations you will be doing, and write down these questions as well as the responses. At the end, write down the responses as well. So that, you know, when you said I stopped smoking, well, it's good that you have stopped smoking. That's your response before you ask the next question. Appreciate the patient. That's it. Yeah. So beautiful. Okay. Compare question statement and audio to learn paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is the most important thing in your reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Okay. So compare question statement and audio to learn paraphrasing. See here. Stomach feels full soon after starting meals. But the audio says, when I'm eating, I seem to get full so quickly before I am even halfway finished. Soon after starting meals, before I am even halfway finished. So this, what is highlighted in green, is the paraphrasing of 13th question. Okay. Then you have, you see, 14th one. Choking is the answer. Dash sensation when swallowing food. Getting the food down is hard sometimes. Getting the food down, swallowing, synonymous expression. I just can't. Well, I often feel like I am choking, to be honest. This sentence is paraphrased into this small question note. Then you have, see, stools are pale and dash, watery, and my poo is much lighter color, and it is used to be, and it's watery too. That is being paraphrased as stools are pale and watery. Lighter color is pale. Watery is watery, same thing is given. And you see again, stomach described as dash. Gassy is the answer. And my stomach sometimes feels really well. Gassy is the only way to describe it. This is how they paraphrase. If you're competent in paraphrasing, it's going to be very, very easy. Paraphrasing in the initial stages, you will get confused, but write down, have the diary of synonyms, synonyms language, and paraphrasing. As you go on, it comes automatically. Okay. So keep a diary of paraphrasing. So I have made a diary, a sample diary for you. See, diary of paraphrasing. See, audio says, and these days when I am eating, I seem to get full so quickly before I am even halfway finished. The paraphrasing in the question is, stomach feels full soon after starting meals. And is actually getting the food down is hard sometimes too. I just can't. Well, I often feel like I'm choking, to be honest. And the paraphrasing in the question is, 14 is choking sensation when swallowing food. Right? Understand each word. For example, here, getting the food down. One, instead of this, getting 1, 2, 3, 4 words, getting the food down, swallowing food. 2 words are used instead of 4 words. That's what called paraphrasing. My poo has much lighter color than it used to be, and it's watery too. And the question statement paraphrases it as, stools are pale and watery. How beautiful. If you keep writing this way, you'll have all the competency at the end. To continue again, and my audio says, and my stomach sometimes feels really well. Gassy is the only way to describe it. And the question statement says, stomach described as gassy. You need to write down. That's why, though it takes a lot of time, I have done it to tell you that you need to do it. Okay, it takes a lot of time to type these things and get it here and set it in the sequence, all those things. It's also really itchy these days too, audio says. And the question booklet says his skin feels itchy. Okay. It usually hurts much more when I am lying down. Question booklet says pain is worse when he is lying down. Okay. Then audio says, when I first got it, I would take an antacid. I would take an antacid because it felt similar to heartburn. And the question booklet paraphrases it as, he describes pain as feeling like heartburn. And the audio says, but till recently, I had always lowered my food, especially the high-fat stuff. And here, the question statement says, has always liked high-fat foods. How beautiful is it? Paraphrasing. Again, I've done the whole thing for you so that you do it for everything. Okay. Audio says, most of my working life, about 30 years of it, was spent in a paint factory. And the question says, employed 30 years in a paint factory. Most of my working life, paraphrased as employed. Yes, when you write, you can underline, circle all those things, similar and all those things. For most of my working life, you can circle as employed. Yes. And next audio says, everything seemed to start going wrong a couple of years ago when I got a hepatitis B infection. Question says, hepatitis B infection 2 years ago. And audio says, about a year ago, they told me I had got gallstones. And the question booklet says, last year diagnosed with gallstones. And audio says again, and then last month, on top of everything, they told me I had developed diabetes too. Then question booklet says, last month diagnosed with diabetes too. Yes, so beautiful. You can smile at it, but you have to do this way. Any doubts? You need to visit any of the slides? Is a new approach which yes, please.
Yeah, the diary of paraphrasing, first page and last page, Father.
Okay. One sec. Say yeah. This is the first page.
Okay.
This is the second page. This is third and last page. And I am doing all this. What you need to do, you have to do it and post it and show others and encourage others. Don't request for give me a list of paraphrasing. That will not help you. You will not understand what it means. Now you know from the audio and the script and from the questions in connection with that, you exactly understand what it is. And here you have connected with this condition, you have all these conditions, names of the condition, medication or background or symptoms, or all those things, write down. So beautiful.
Sure, Father, we will do it today.
Yes. It takes a lot of time, but I want to convince you, but people don't do it. Still, I'm trying to convince. It all depends on your support and your enthusiasm. Otherwise, we get discouraged. Because when those who have to learn are not ready to do some work, why should we work? That's the feeling we'll get. So you have to show that you're working and you are improving. Feedback is must. Because so many admins are working here. You know, all these, we have a lot of authentic material as much as we want. Even the scripts are prepared by volunteers, admins, and all those people. Especially we remember Nimi, who was the admin, she prepared more, she focused on preparing scripts from the audios. Okay, it's all not available. So they prepared, volunteers prepared the script from the audios. That's why we use it now. So you have to go through all these tests. Now a challenge I am giving you, take all these 4 live sessions, 4 or 5, I don't remember exactly, 5. This is the 5th one on listening party, and summarize and let me know what are the steps. How many steps? How many methods? What? Just summarize and give me a feedback, okay? You can put it in the main platform as well as to my personal Telegram chat or even to WhatsApp. Okay, 944-844-1393. Yeah.
Okay,
yes. So hope I can stop sharing, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. See, every time when I go into the material, I find new strategies, new tricks, new methods, how to develop competence. The only thing you have to use. We are giving the maximum possible ways for everybody. Yes. So until you see, we have cancelled one session. We'll be going for IELTS people on Thursday. If you have somebody who wants to do IELTS, only IELTS people will be coming to Zoom. Others will be, if need be, you can attend in the, in the YouTube live. Yeah. We'll give you a link. Probably IELTS people, like they have been asking since long. So it's useful. OET, IELTS, all same. Listening, writing. It's only speaking there is a difference. Listening and reading is same. And writing definitely helps reading and listening. How to write an essay? You like an article. So you same text you have, same type of text you have for reading and listening. Any other?
Excuse me, Father.
Yeah, please.
Father, when will we start a basic English class?
Basic English class, we will start soon. Let me check out in the somebody admins or someone. We want some volunteers over there to remind me and all that. Anybody wants to please post in that group who can volunteer. like I need some reminders. There are so many groups. So those who keep crying, I'll give more sessions, right? No, that's the way. When the child cries, you'll give more attention. The child doesn't cry, you'll forget it and you do your work. Okay. So that's why we need some volunteers. Basic
Yes, sir.
English class,
Thank
we
you.
can start this week itself. Yeah, just post in that group. Particularly, I need 2-3 volunteers over there to remind me and to get the postings and things like that. And also just to know what you need exactly. We'll be teaching step by step, but still, what is your main concerns in as regards English? Yes. We are waiting so that everybody joins. They start from the beginning, unless if they don't start from the beginning. For example, I teach you different types of sentences. If you don't learn what is simple sentence, if you just start attending from complex sentence, you may not understand what it is, because you are not aware of simple sentence. So we need people to attend from the very beginning. So share it and let everybody join, so that whatever the time we spend, we benefit, maximum people benefit. And you need to share these videos and things to people. There are so many people who have never noticed. They come and tell me, I just noticed yesterday or last week, next week is my exam. I feel very sorry. If you all think, you can simply share it. Any other concerns, anything that you want to bring to my notice for the Saturday session? If you are interested, we will go even on Thursdays. Now we have cut short because you are not very much interested. I felt you are getting too many sessions and not practicing. That's why we have reduced, cut down one session. If interest is not seen, second session also will be cut. And if further interest is not seen, all the sessions will be cut.
No, father, no, father.
Yeah.
Father, no.
We need your help. We need your help.
Yeah, definitely. But I
Father,
have full
here.
schedule. These
He's
are extra things I
OET.
am doing. I have my full schedule. Still, even till yesterday, till 2 o'clock, I sat and prepared the PPTs. At least half of the time that I am spending, you should spend for your studies. Maybe you have a lot of reasons saying that I have job, work, I have duty at home, I have kids. Definitely, I'm doing my job, full-time job. I'm doing everything that I need to do as a priest. I'm in an institute. I have to take sessions. I have to prepare for sessions. Okay, almost 17 hours a week. So it's packed. Then I have to counsel the students every month. At least 60 students I have to give counseling. Okay, so almost every day, two of them means 2 hours again gone. Okay, so it's like nearly 30 hours in a week. That's packed. Then I have to prepare. Yeah, no problem. Provided I see you working hard, I'll help you in any way. You may not bother about anything. I can take you to the last, no problem. I know how to guide you. Don't worry.
Hello, Father.
Yes, please.
This is Savita, Father. Actually, I was watching your video on YouTube, Father. Then I recently joined this group, and I share that I was totally left OET behind for 2 years. So now it's God given me opportunity like to join this platform and gain some knowledge. And like you say, so Father, let's grow together.
Yes.
It's very helpful me, Father. And one thing that I'm again started my journey towards my goal, Father, because of you, Father.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father.
Yes, sure, definitely. And we also need some people, if you are really full-time learners, we'll have some special segment for 15 to 20 people. You can contact the admins, those who are not working, like who want to spend full-time. Every day there'll be one session or so and guidance for what is to be done that day. Next day, if 4:30, normally 4:30, if the 1 hour session or 1.5 hours, depends on your going, 2 hours also, it can go 3 hours also, it can go every day. Then like we'll be guiding you for tomorrow's practice until tomorrow 4:30 session. Will be like, it will be 20 days, 5 days each for each subtest. Like those who want to some intensive training can join and inform the admins. And if you have sent some audios, learning experience, I'm very sorry about Suganya that I missed the photo picture. in the video. I have uploaded someone else's photo. Yeah. Sorry for that. I cannot change it. Otherwise, I have to delete the video. It's cool, I believe. In the thumbnail, I have changed. It's cool. Anyhow, it's not a video, just a pic is attached there. It might help some people, no? When you share your experience. I'm doing it from a teacher's perspective, but you can do it from learner's perspective. That's why we. And if your thing is not posted, please remind me at WhatsApp and send me again in the Telegram, and also inform the admins, because a lot of things going on. Editing and all takes a lot of time. So like I can't sometimes do it. So I'll be doing everything. I'll be posting whatever you are doing it. That will encourage other people and also gives me an idea that, okay, you are understanding something. Real life classroom, we get the feedback. We understand from them what they learned. Now, as we don't meet, I would like to know how far you are benefiting. Do you understand how far you are gaining competency? Because the majority of you have many mentors. Now you attend this class, next you go to some other class, and you go to someone else's class, and you have all the methods mixed up, and you are fully confused. At the end, after the exam, come crying. Yes, that's it. So all those things I have posted saying that there should be one mentor. I don't say you should be here. Anywhere, whichever is with mentor or platform is good for you, but stick on to that platform. Don't go with every platform. That will not help you. Each teacher will have their own method of teaching. Cool. Anything else? And also we need some more volunteers. If you have volunteership, you have messaged me, please remind me, okay? Because I get thousands of messages. Please remind me with a thumbs up. You can just give a thumbs up so that it comes on top until I give you 2-3 thumbs ups. Once I notice it, I'll give you a response. Okay, I'll give you thumbs ups or some response. Father, we can't leave us. You can't. Because you are Father Saleen Joseph Mob. Okay, thank you, Nisha Joseph. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Welcome. How can I join the full-time classes? Anjali Mac, what you can do is you can type a mention in the main platform during Mentors Hour 12 to 1, or you can, in the Telegram, you can just type in the name of the admins, any of the admins, and inform them. Or you can keep message me and keep reminding me until I notice. Okay? Yes. Internship. There is no crash course. We don't say it's a crash course. Since we are doing on something like every video, we thought of taking it, making an ebook for others to learn. So we thought with that, we'll teach them as well. We need a crash program for 20 days to create the ebook, whereby you will also learning together. Otherwise, by crash program, if you have no competency at all, skill at all, we cannot develop it within 20 days. You need 2, 3, 4 months. However, you will gain a lot of things. There'll be constant guidance every day, and practice will be guided everyday practice. Yes. Anything else? And whenever you message me, keep reminding me, okay, if I don't notice. And try to add people to the group so that we reach out to maximum number of people. There are so many people who are really struggling, especially financially struggling. Those are our focus group. So we want to see we reach out to maximum number of people. If you all decide, definitely you can. Just because of one Soumya Sham, one nurse thought of this platform. Now, lakhs of people have come across and passed from this exam, gone through this exam and still going through. As of now, there are so many, like 49,000 or so. We had since 3-4 years, so many of them. Those have studied and gone, thousands of them. So if you all think, if you all can become a Soumya, the whole world will benefit. Okay. And also those who have at least 3 minutes a day or 15 days a week, 15 minutes a week to spend for the platform, please let us know. We'll take you, you'll have the ministry together. You'll share my work so that I can give more sessions. It's all learning, okay? Nothing is other world. Like it will all be learning. But we'll be doing it together. Now you are doing by yourself, but we'll be doing in a group, that's all. Anything else?
The problem is, Father, is the PPT preparation. That is the problem, Father.
Yeah, you need not prepare PPTs. No, we will not be asking you to prepare PPTs. If you want, I can prepare and give you. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Only that is
No,
the thing.
no. Like PPTs, I have maybe more than 1,000 PPT of OET. I can give you any PPT, no problem. If you need to take a session or to work out something, almost everything I have done. Okay. And now we are searching out, maybe listening one out of so many, only one more extract is remaining. We'll be doing it next day and finished. And listening, reading C, I might have done more than, I think, 150 sessions plus, which means 150 extracts, 150 topics. So PPTs, don't worry, I can share with you, no issues.
Sure, Father, sure.
And yeah. And you can take up one question, maybe 5, 6 of you can join and
this
take
week
one
we have,
extract.
Father. This week we have presentation.
Yeah. Some are doing. You can do it in your own mother tongue as well, because some beginners find it very hard to follow my, nonsense English. So they need some basic way of explaining from a learner's perspective to understand the beginning stage. At the beginning stage, we don't recommend in learning English in mother tongue, but still sometimes to get some encouragement, they need it. So we have platforms for English, Malayalam, Kannada, Konkani, Gujarati, Telugu, Tamil, and Hindi. Okay, all these platforms we have. You can take any one of my sessions. I can give you the PPT and explain one thing what you have understood. You can just explain in the phone and send me the video. I will attach the PPT. Just send me the material which you have explained if you have the material. So I will attach the PPT and send it as a video in the concerned platform.
This week we have part C, Father, part C.
Yeah. Great. Do it in any of these languages, no issues, okay? We will post it.
So
Yes.
then we will start to do every week. So
Yes.
it will encourage.
Yeah. You can either capture it in phone or we will open the Zoom and you can teach here. If you don't want students, we will not have students. It will be just a couple of you. Those who are taking sessions will be on Zoom. And others will learn from the videos. Yes. That's great. Any other concerns? Yeah. If you have not noticed any of the concerns, please repost it, copy and paste it again, or admins can just draw my attention. Father, no enough words to thank you. No, you are most welcome. Much more than thanking me, reach out to people, those who are really struggling. Yeah, there are so many people who are really depressed for writing so many times, 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, spending everything that they have. They have no other way than going abroad and working to repay their loans. So if you can reach out to such people in your Facebook, in your story, in your Instagram, anywhere you can post these links, or you can make a small video about the platform. We'll edit it and send it. It can be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or anything. What do you feel about the platform so that others are enlightened? Yes. I think that's it for today. Keep in touch and go to the main platform and teach them one small thing, whatever you learned. Maybe it can be a couple of sentences or a voice saying that this is what I learned. And these days, those who are sharing your learning experience with audio and all, please send it to me and remind me until I get it. And if you have sent me the audio or the admins the audio, if you have the material, please at least send a screenshot so that I know where to take it from. For example, if you are speaking in Gujarati, I may not follow the explanation. So I can take that PPT and post it, attach it to your audio so that those listeners will understand better. They can take a screenshot and keep it for their study purpose. So, yes, further, really, you are so kind. We missed our tasks and you found that we are lazy students. Even though being more patient, you are with us. No word to expressing your. Thank you, Nisha. Good realization, Father. You got. Yes, Nihal, official, yes. And use all your social medias to reach out to other people. Send them some videos which you liked, some rays of hope. And it has maybe the platform, it has taken lakhs of rupees we have spent and the thousands of hours we have spent preparing PPT, conducting sessions, editing, uploading. So it should reach to maximum people. I'm Sony. Alfred, I sent the video in Malayalam regarding your class. Okay, please, Sony, please remind me, okay? Remind me, also inform the admin so that they also will remind me. Send it in Telegram if possible, and also the concerned material if you have. Yes, God continue blessing you. Thank you for your prayers and blessings, everyone. Do more on reading party. Can we do more on? Yeah, definitely we will be getting back to reading once you complete this cycle. Okay, first reading, then listening, then writing, then speaking, then again reading. It goes on. The cycle will go on. Okay, don't worry. We are much grateful for the time for the sacrificial work. Okay, God continue. Thank you. Thank you, Thania Hetel. Yes. Suganya, sorry, extremely sorry for the mistake I did in video, okay? There is no way other than deleting it. Since it's really inspiring for others, I thought not to delete it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for the cool. Hope to get at least one communication from every one of you this week. Okay. Then again, we will meet. I will meet on Saturday. You can send your suggestions. And if you are really active, we can have Thursdays as well, 3 lives. If you are more active, we can have every day. Don't worry. Okay, cool. And full-timers can join the full-timers batch. Yeah, just inform or connect with the admins. If you don't succeed, you can connect and remind me in my WhatsApp. Okay, God bless you all. Okay, I'm ending the live at the Zoom. Thank you, everybody. Nice being with you. God bless your studies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father.